have an emergency.
Today on Rescue 911, saving our future.
We're doing the best we can do medically for these children.
Follow a 2-year-old boy's life-saving trip to a children's trauma center.
Now, it's very crucial to have trauma centers.
Plus,
Accident-related injuries are the #1 killer of children. Yet there are few trauma centers in the country specially designed for their emergency needs. This story is not a recreation. It's the reality of life and death at Children's National Medical Center in Washington, D.C., a trauma center built just for kids.
No more shots, okay?
I don't want to do it again.
All right. No more shots. Kids are a little special. No more boo-boos, okay?
Is it going to hurt?
No, you won't feel a thing.
You're not just treating a patient, you're treating a future.
Okay, little baby. Children's Lifeline, this is Kathy.
A call comes in from a small hospital 100 miles away. They're fighting to save the life of a 2-year-old boy, A.J. Winters, who was struck by a motorcycle.
This is Marty Eichelberger. How you doing?
Dr. Marty Eichelberger, director of the trauma center, takes over.
He's got apparently an open fracture, open femur fracture on the right, and he's in a little papoose board, and he's open in his left eye. His pupil's fixed and dilated, but he's open in his eyes.
A.J. has suffered massive head and facial injuries, and his airway is blocked.
And they're going to trach him?
Oh, yeah. The tube that was placed in the baby's airway was done under emergency conditions. And if the baby it doesn't breathe and we don't provide oxygen to the baby, then the baby's going to die. It's as simple as that. You know, that thing is going to have to be secured because they pop out real easy, especially in a 2-year-old.
When we continue.
He was obviously having some respiratory difficulties. He had a lot of blood in his airway, his nose from all his fractures, and we just needed to protect his airway.
For your free sample.
Ride along with America's finest paramedics and enter the chaotic world of street medicine, where courage and compassion is the name of the game.
We'll do this thing together, I promise, okay?
Watch Paramedics next on Discovery Health Channel.
Tonight, insatiable hunger, a never-ending battle with obesity. Witness the struggle of those afflicted with Prader-Willi condition on Extraordinary People. Tonight on Discovery Health Channel.
Within 20 minutes, the helicopter carrying A.J. arrives. Flight nurse Ann Isle struggles to hold the airway tube in place.
Guys, slow down.
Slow.
He was obviously having some respiratory difficulties. He had a lot of blood in his airway, his nose from all his fractures, and we just needed to protect his airway. It's much easier to do in an emergency room in a controlled situation than it is in a helicopter.
Does he have 2 IVs? Can we give him some... Has he got any volume?
Dr. George Panayotides heads the trauma team on duty.
AJ was paralyzed chemically by medicine when he came in because he was having a lot of pain. He was having difficulty tolerating the tracheostomy tube they put in him, and he was moving around a lot. Somebody check breath sounds, please. And we have correlation to the pulse ox.
We need a chest x-ray now, please. Chest x-ray.
Well, he's got a large laceration on his forehead with a small depressed skull fracture.
Neurosurgeon William Smith examines A.J.
Here we go. It's there.
You need a gas range check.
You got it?
No, that's a globe.
Open over there.
Globe is disrupted.
Yeah, he has a ruptured globe on the right. His right eye was lacerated up front. The left eye was protruding and could not move.
Don't hyperventilate him quite as much, okay? Not quite as much. The decision is whether we should fix his airway and then evaluate his neurologic status, or is it acute enough that we need to first check that out. So under the same anesthesia.
The question is, I think there's a good chance that he's going to have an intracranial injury that we may need to...
So it's worth getting his head scanned first.
Absolutely.
I need a suture. I need something like a 2-0 silk or...
He's removing, he's got to reposition to... Needs to be pulled back in.
So what we did was basically make sure that that airway was safe for the baby. And then we made a decision that it was safe to take the baby to the X-ray department where we could get some information about how badly the baby's head was hurt, how bad the lungs were injured, and then whether or not he had any injuries in his abdomen.
Yeah, he has multiple facial fractures and orbital rim fractures, probably with fractures of bone into the orbital canal in the globe itself. He also has, we see air inside the cranial cavity, which indicates that he has an open fracture communicating from the outside, so he has a high risk of infection.
AJ's parents finally arrived after driving 2 hours to the hospital. His father had not seen him since the accident.
We feel very strongly here at Children's about treating the injured family. And though the family may not be physically injured, they certainly are emotionally injured as a result of the traumatic situation with their child.
We're hopeful that with lots of work and prayers and some luck that we can pull him through all this. But I need to tell you that his injury is severe, and you know that.
Right.
Okay, but we'll do whatever it takes.
For 10 hours, a team of surgeons work on AJ, repairing injuries to his face and eyes, as well as a fractured leg.
Okay, can we have another retractor, please? A broad one, do you have anything broad, Louise? Hi, how are you doing today?
Okay.
Good.
The following day, Chief Surgical Resident Dr. Robert Attore brings AJ's parents up to date on his progress.
We're very encouraged in how well he's waking up. His neurologic function is very, very encouraging, and we're hoping that his recovery continues to be as good as it has been so far. The other good news is that when the nurses took the bandages off of his eyes today, he was able to move the left eye over towards the nurse who was speaking to him, and that also is encouraging. We're not very optimistic about the right eye, as you know, as the ophthalmologist explained to you. You know who I have here? You talk to your mom and dad, huh?
Sure.
Yeah? His head right ahead.
AJ. Hi, AJ.
Right.
Why don't you go to
It's all right.
the side, okay?
It's okay. They're here. It's okay.
AJ, Mama's right here. We here.
Okay.
We here. Put your leg back down, baby. Mama and Daddy right here. We right here beside you. It's okay. It's okay, baby.
Daddy, what's up for you?
The way he looked before he went into the operating room, he really looked bad. And after they brought him up and they let us see him, they did a good job. And I was really happy about what they done.
You're a good boy.
Daddy, I love you, okay?
We love you, okay? Shake your head. Shake your head.
Okay? Hold your hand down.
Okay, we right here. We gonna stay right here. You want us to stay here with you? You want us to shake your head? Yeah. You want us to stay here? Okay, we right here. We be right here beside you.
The will of a child to get better, to do the things that are needed in order to fully recover is dependent upon the emotional support he receives. So the fact that his mother and father have been here with him from the very beginning, or at his bedside when he needs them, will have a significant impact on his ultimate prognosis.
Today, Anthony's doing fairly well. When we speak with him, he's able to follow complex commands, which is a good sign. That tells us that his motor centers are working, and also tells us that his higher cortical functions are relatively intact. AJ, can you stick your tongue out for me? AJ, let me see your tongue, buddy. Stick it out. Way out. Very good, AJ. Excellent. The other injury that we're involved with as far as the neurosurgeons is that he had significant cerebral spinal fluid leaking from his nose. Given time, we would expect that leak to resolve on its own, AJ, wiggle your toes for me. It may take 8 months, 9 months, a year before we finally know what his final prognosis will be. There you go. Excellent.
We're doing the best we can do medically for these children. And we still have kids die every day. We might feel real good about AJ, but I think all of us are realistic in the sense that this afternoon, same situation, child may not do it well.
Huh?
2 months later, AJ has improved dramatically. He's regained most of the sight in his left eye, and with therapy, he's showing steady progress in recovering from his broken leg.
Come on, let's go in the playroom. Go ahead. This is definitely a miracle baby because the way he popped back, and I thank the doctors at Children's Hospital because I know if it wasn't for them, he would not be here.
Got a pulse ox of 99.
Okay, buddy, open your eyes for me. Okay, hold on. Can I get a 4x4, please? It's very crucial to have trauma centers. As you see, obviously, in the case of AJ, that it does require a lot of money. Hospitals aren't able to maintain that cost many times. That's the reason they're closing down.
You bumped into Mickey. Basically, I just want him to live a normal life, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that he regains vision in his other eye, and I just hope he just be able to live a normal life. That's basically it. Wave, AJ. Wave, bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say see you later. See you later.
Next, step inside the command center where the calls for help are answered and meet the real-life heroes who save lives. Stay tuned for another episode of Rescue 911. Next on Discovery Health Channel. Real life, medicine, miracles.
Mr. Shapiro, step out of the car, please.